I'm so pissed at Iconic Al.
Just kidding, guys. Welcome back. I made a video yesterday or the day before regarding vintage baseball cards. Will kind of the lesser known Hall of Famers still be in demand down the road in the future? Got some great comments back on this video, but one in particular that I wanted to point out, one of my hobby friends, Iconic Al from Iconic Baseball YouTube channel. Definitely check it out. He had a really insightful comment that I really hadn't heard much, a take that I haven't really heard before. So I wanted to share that here with you. Hey guys, if you have a YouTube channel, a podcast, or an IG account, sports card account that you want to share down below in the comments, please do so. Let's get the word out, especially kind of smaller channels that are trying to get going, they're trying to grow. Just like with the last reaction video that we did, I want to help, smaller channels or larger channels, frankly, that just want to kind of get their name out there. Please put your stuff in the comments below so that I can check it out as well as viewership. Also, before I get started, guys, take a gander at video sponsor Drip. It is a live streaming app. They've got sports cards, non-sports cards, comic books, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all the stuff. They've got it there. It is a good time. I will put links in the video description as well as a pinned comment. Check out Drip today. All right, so there's no secret. Baseball attendance has been down. I think I saw that it's 9 years in a row that actual attendance at Major League Baseball games has been down. And I think maybe some of this is skewed where you've got, Yankee Stadium sells out all the time, but maybe Tampa Bay Rays games don't. I can speak from experience going to Rays games going back years ago. Even when the Rays were really good, people just did not show up to that stadium. So when I see the attendance kind of skewing downward, I wonder though, what they're looking at, because I think there's just certain cities, certain stadiums that just don't ever sell out regardless of how good the team is or the product on the field is. And so I had made this video again yesterday or the day before, just talking about, a lot of people putting money into vintage cards, but also vintage baseball is really kind of where baseball card collecting got its start in the first place. And so my question out to everybody was, are people going to remember? Are they going to care about maybe some of the lesser known Hall of Famers down the line? And I think there's a lot of worry as to, the next generations coming. Are they even going to collect cards, let alone be interested in these pockets of cards? So it's an interesting debate. And again, Iconic Al, he came back with a comment that I thought was really interesting. The first part of his comment talks about his, top 100 guys he believes will still be in demand. And actually on his channel, he's doing a top 100 countdown, which is very interesting. And then, baseball cards have been around for over 100 years. Yawn. Heard that before. Fine. Okay. But this is when the magic happens on the backside of this comment. I thought it was really great. And so what he is saying essentially is Tom Brady, the undisputed GOAT of football, he will retire soon.
This is so great. Now,
LeBron James, a GOAT of basketball playing right now. MJ's the GOAT, but I see what he's kind of getting at here. LeBron being an all-time great, GOAT status, if you will. He will retire soon, so there's no more basketball GOAT that's playing, at least for now. And then he says, I see energy shifting back to baseball when you take into account that we're left with a top 5 center fielder, his words, of all time, Mike Trout, the unicorn, Ohtani, the third baseman GOAT, Arenado, a true Hall of Famer, Mookie Betts, among other first ballot Hall of Famers that are still playing. This is why I'm excited about being a baseball collector. I love every era, past, present, and future. So Al, obviously huge baseball fan in general, but he's excited about the current crop of talent. You've got kind of these all-time greats, the Pujols of the world, that are still playing. And then you've got these up and coming players. And he actually didn't even mention kind of the Acuñas and the Juan Sotos. But he's just talking about guys that have really already kind of proven themselves. Clayton Kershaw, that are still in the league. And so I had not heard this take before, essentially, where you've kind of got these all-timers, Tom Brady, LeBron James, that will no longer be there. Steph Curry probably in this grouping as well, where, 5 years from now, none of these guys are in the league. And so he believes that's when baseball kind of moves back into the forefront because of the exciting product and the guys that are left on the field. I don't know if I 100% agree with them. I think that there's enough young football talent to kind of keep football going. It's just people love football, and there's only 17 games now, I guess, in a regular season. And then you've got playoffs where basketball's got 82 games. Major League Baseball has 1,000 games in their season, whereas you just have so much emphasis is put on so few games in the NFL. Every week really matters so much, and I think that's what really drives viewership. For basketball, too, you look at basketball, and yes, LeBron James will be moving on. Steph will be moving on in the next 5 years. But again, you do have a lot of young talent there. We've got Victor coming out next year, some of these kind of unicorn style players. Now, will they be these next all-time greats? We just don't know that. Luka is kind of one of those guys. Giannis and Luka are kind of carrying the league here until we see some other kind of talent. Ja Morant, some would say, is a guy that's going to help move the league forward. There's a lot of young talent in the NBA. So I don't agree that baseball is going to be a beneficiary of people being like, oh man, the NBA is boring now, or, the NFL, we don't have Tom Brady, so why, I'm going to move over to baseball and appreciate baseball now. Not to say that baseball doesn't get new viewership with the Ohtanis of the world doing amazing things, but I just don't necessarily think that baseball is the beneficiary of a lack of talent or a lack of interest in the other leagues. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, as well as your channel or podcast or IG account. As I said earlier, I really enjoy this sort of discussion because this is what makes the world turn, right? So let us know. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.